everybody, and hello. This is super fan Jeff Holshausen, along here with my good buddy, big friend Thomas Gwines. Fortunately, we got to talk about something that we were hoping we'd never have to talk again about after that Northwestern loss, and that was another Michigan loss for the 1995 season. But we got the big homecoming win against Minnesota, and then we went up to Spartanville and lost up there. Why don't we talk about a little bit about the Minnesota win?
Okay.
Homecoming, we had lost the Bo Schembechler in 21 years. Never lost a homecoming game. The last 2 years, the homecoming game was dropped at Michigan Stadium with Wisconsin. Now, what did it mean for you guys to come out and play well against the Gophers?
Well, for this year's team, one of our goals was to have pride within the big house. Basically, we weren't going to lose any more games within Michigan Stadium. And also, the fact that it was Minnesota, the Little Brown Jug, homecoming, the environment was just really keyed up for us to go out there and do well. And, we're just trying to keep the string of victories rolling because the feel of the team was, we had to streak out, win the rest of our games, try to make it back to Pasadena. And I felt when we came out for the Minnesota game, everybody was keyed up, and we just did a really good job, 52 to whatever the score was. So, that was the big thing for us, was just to keep winning, keep our streak going for the Rose Bowl.
Now, people say that, the brown jug, so what? It's just a little thing. What's it mean to the team, really?
The brown jug for the team is basically, it's just another symbol that, hey, we beat another Big Ten opponent. And also, just the myth, the folklore behind it, the way the whole little tradition got started. Hey, when we went up there to play Minnesota, we took our own water up there in those little brown jugs. So technically that's Michigan's jug anyway, so they have no right to it.
Now, my question with the Minnesota game is I was really proud of the team. Come out of Michigan Stadium, they were fired up from the beginning. And our offense sustained drives, and it seems like everything came together for the Minnesota game. It seems like we played much like 1993 against, as the Minnesota game that really brought us back after Purdue and got us rolling. Did you guys view the game like that, or were you happy that everything clicked so well?
We were happy that everything clicked so well. Whenever you come out with a big victory, such as we did, everybody's happy. But at the same time, we weren't really too sure how to look at it because of the fact, not taking anything away from Minnesota, which they do have a good team, but, we felt that within the last 3 to 4 games of the season was going to be our stiffest competition, so we wasn't really sure how to gauge our performance as far as that win goes. But like I say, whenever you come out with, whenever you score like 50 points or more, you're always happy with a win such as that.
Biakabatuka obviously has really turned into the workhorse for the university. As an offensive lineman, how do you prepare to block for a different running back? Say when you're using Biakabatuka or Chris Floyd, is there any kind of different concessions you make considering what kind of back you're using?
No, not really, because the blocking schemes are made for the defense, not for the running back. Only thing I think we take into consideration when blocking for particular backs. Some backs you got to hold, maybe try to keep the block, I should say, a little bit longer sustained. And other backs like Tim, we get in there, make 12 cuts within, 12-inch radius, get in, get out. A lot of times with Tim, it makes the blocking a lot easier because of the fact he gets hit the hole so quickly.
Amani Toomer has really established himself in the Michigan record books now, joining the Desmond Howards, Derek Alexander's, Greg McMurtry's, the Anthony Carter's, and some of the great wideouts in university history. Describe to me what his impact is on the team right now. Is he a leader, not only off the field and on the field, or?
That's hard to say. Amani is a leader by his performance. He's not a very boisterous person, but his performance for the rest of us leads the way. When we see Amani making big plays and stuff like that, it just shows us, we can step up our game as well. Off the field, Amani's a great guy to be around, but at the same time, Amani's very quiet and low key.
Not as vocal as Walter Smith was.
No, not nearly as vocal as Walter Smith, and I don't think he nearly hits as hard, but just that, he's a great athlete. Glad to have him.
Not to go to the Michigan State game too quick, but Michigan State was convinced that they have the best core receivers in the Big Ten. would you like to dispute that claim a little bit?
Oh, I would definitely dispute that claim. You know, I put Amani and Merck and Ty Richards and Ty Streets. You know, I have a lot of confidence in our veteran guys and our young guys like Ty Streets are coming up big. So, you know, Michigan State, everybody else in the Big Ten, you know, they're supposed to have pride in their own players, but I'll put our guys up against anybody.
Do you feel that the Michigan football team at any particular day can compete with anybody in the country? We just saw the team that we beat first game of the season, Virginia, beat Florida State.
Exactly.
Do you think at any particular time, if the Michigan football team comes up pumped up, they can beat anybody?
Definitely, and not only just us. I mean, that's sports in general. That's why you play the games. You know, if you just looked at what you had on paper and stuff, you know, some teams not even be on the field with other teams. Like you said, Virginia beat Florida State. Everybody's expecting Florida State to win, but you know, it came out the other way. Northwestern beat us. So on any given day, yeah, we can go out and play with anybody. And not just because of the fact that on any given day anybody can beat any given team, but you know we have talent, and so our only problem is just to be able to put it all together and just get clicking on all 12 cylinders.
Okay. Do you put that more on the coach or do you put that on the players?
I put that on the players, especially on the seniors and stuff. You know, basically we're the leaders of the team, and we just got to look to the younger guys and get them fired up, get them focused, and not only by what we say, but by what we do, because, they do look at us and say, well, damn, he is a senior and stuff, and, I want to pattern myself after that guy. So by the way we play, kind of gets everybody else motivated to do well.
All right there, Guts and Glue, the Maize and Blue. We're going to take a look. I was lucky enough to be on the floor at Chrysler Arena when the Bullets and the Pistons played homecoming week. Why don't you take a look at that, and we'll be back. Hi folks, this is Jeff Holzhausen for WOLV Sports. Go Blue! NBA action on the floor of Chrysler Arena. What in the world's going on here? I'll tell you what it is. It's a homecoming celebration welcoming home some homegrown boys, Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, and Mr. Terry Mills. Tell you what, they're all here. They're all happy to see the Ann Arbor crowd cheering them on.
Now let's see what some of the experts had to say
for the game tonight.
Well, it should be a real exciting game. You've got the Washington Bullets here. They're an up-and-coming team with the young players they have. And the Pistons, they still may be a couple years away from really making a run at the playoffs again, but they've got Grant Hill, and they're going to be great.
Chris Webber and Juwan went to school here. They got a lot of support still here, and they should cheer for those guys, cheer for the Bullets. But we got T. Mills on our team, so they can't forget that. But still, and we're the home team. I think it'll be a fun game for the fans.
What do you think the outlook for tonight's game is going to be?
I haven't seen Washington play this year, but I think it'll be a good game. Both teams be playing a lot of players, to find out who's going to be with the team for the remainder of the season, who's not, who can play in certain situations. But I have to say the Pistons might come up with a victory. They're missing Chris Webber. The Pistons have been playing great the last 4 games. They won their last 4 games. Seems like they're starting to come together as a unit. So I say the Pistons will win.
Well, I'm rooting for Terry Mills and Juwan Howard, and I hope it winds up in a tie.
It's a nice seeing Mills back, back where it all started for you.
Terry Mills is a really, really good person and a great player, and so is Juwan. It was really nice to see the ovation that both of them got, not just Juwan.
And how about the fans?
The Bullets.
You got your Weber and you got your Howard jerseys here. So
I think it's going to be a great game. The Pistons look really good this year, and I'd like to see Weber, but to see him during the season. Yeah, I came out here to see Weber, but that's all right. I'll take the rest of the guys.
With Weber and Howard on the Bullets team, you're still going to be cheering for the Pistons tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I'm from Detroit, so got to go for the home team.
Yeah, got to go with the hometown.
Tonight. Bullets.
It's a cheap date.
I don't know what in the world's going on here. We got the Bullets, we got the Pistons, we even got a Michigan State fan over here. I don't know what in the world he's doing here. Now, who are you guys cheering for tonight?
Bullets. You see I got the jersey on? Bullets.
You cheering for the Bullets even though you got a Pistons thing on?
Yeah, I've got nothing for the Bullets, so, you know, I just got to wear something.
Now, who are your favorite players?
And Juwan Howard. Grant Hill, Juwan Howard, Calbert Cheney. I like Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, although he's going to play tonight, and Rasheed Wallace and George Mirasan.
What's your predicted score tonight's game?
100-0.
Whoa! Right now, are you guys big Chris Webber and Juwan Howard fans?
Juwan Howard, but sort of Chris Webber. I like both of them, but he likes both of them, sort of.
Well, who are you hoping wins tonight?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Tie, maybe.
You hoping for a tie? That way everybody wins?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Can we get a big, go Pistons or go Bullets from you?
Go Pistons. Go Bullets.
All right. Now, see, these guys got the right idea. You got the Pistons, you got the Bullets out here, and they got the Michigan stuff on. That's a good time on any occasion. Now, who are you guys rooting for tonight?
Bullets. Pistons. Pistons.
You think so? Who are your favorite players going to be out?
Grant Hill. Grant Hill. Juwan Howard.
So Juwan was back home in Chrysler, waving at old friends, getting a huge ovation from the fans. And he was joined there by last year's Rookie of the Year, Grant Hill, and former Wolverine, Terry Mills. Also, Joe Dumars, and new Piston head coach, Doug Collins. Juwan got the scoring started with that deuce. But Grant quickly answered. Juwan came back with a baseline move. Later on, he found himself next to Terry Mills at the free throw line. And then took a seat as he watched the new-look Pistons take over, led by rookie sensation Theo Ratcliffe. Following the game, a couple of the Wolverines had something to say about being back in Chrysler.
It feels great. It kind of taken off where I left off at. We're winning here in this arena. So it's a great feeling, to come back and, see some of the old friends and some of the old staff. It's just great.
You ever think Grant Hill would come in and be cheered at Chrysler Arena?
No, I didn't. It's probably one of the biggest cheers he'll ever get from Chrysler Arena fans. But it's great. I think the fans are very supportive of the Pistons program. They just like to see good basketball. And Juwan Howard and Washington Bullets also play well tonight.
What do you think of the Pistons play tonight?
I thought we played exceptionally well on the defensive end. We struggled a little bit offensively, but we got back into the flow of the ball game, and that's what it takes.
It felt good to be back out there and see some of your old friends and some of the students out there who used to cheer for you, and see some of the kids and all that stuff. And I felt really comfortable out there.
Tell you what, I hope you had as much fun watching that as I had fun being there. Juwan Howard is a great guy, and he actually remembered who I was, which is pretty cool. We're going to take a look at the Minnesota highlights right now and then see what the players' reaction was after the game.